So I'm staying on the coast, like right on the coastline. There's this campsite right there at Cape Disappointment. Very odd name. It doesn't really suit the place. Anyway, the tsunami warning sirens just went off. And I was in the shower. Like, I was right in the middle of my shower. And so I just sort of left everything. I'm still dripping. And went down to the main office just there and, asked if there was a real tsunami, because there were some people that were like leaving and some people who weren't. And so I went down there, and there's a few other people at the head office, and they said that no, it wasn't a real tsunami, it was just a test. Except that apparently the guy who came to test it was supposed to say over the loudspeaker system that it was a test, and he must have forgotten. Okay. I'm going back to my shower now. Hey, check that out, that's somebody's house. That is a very cool house. I would love to live in a house like that. This road is in such bad condition. I have to keep dodging the potholes. Yeah, if you're going to hang out for the day, this would be the place to be. I love the way that the edge of the sea just warps all the scenery, because of the salt water, all the trees grow in a certain way, like they've been just, constantly pushed by the force of the wind and just gnarled. It looks great, and it feels great, it smells great. I really can pick some pretty good campsites. It's pitch black now, and I can really see the stars well, but I wanted to get away from the campfires so that I could get a proper look at the stars. I'm just wearing this thing on my head so that I can sort of see where I'm going along the paths. When I was little, I used to sleep out on the deck in the summertime and take a flashlight, and I used to shine it at the stars, at each individual stars, or the biggest, brightest stars I could see, and also the dimmest stars I could see. And I used to think about how long it would take for the light to reach those stars, how many light years away, how many thousands of years, hundreds of thousands of years. I remember shining that light, and I could see the beam of light disappear off into what I thought was infinity at the time. And to me, the thought of that light traveling for all those years was the most profound thing that could fit into my brain. It was romantic, even. There aren't really words. It was just I remember being moved, and I was only about probably 7 or 8 years old. I understood a little bit about how light traveled in light years, and enough, I understood it enough to be moved by the thought of that light beam going on and on and on for years until maybe it hit the surface of that planet and that star, and I wondered whether there was a planet around that star that might have life forms on it that might just be able to see it. And I remember thinking about how I would feel if I saw a blip in the infinite blackness. It's a pity that I can't show you the number of stars that are out here right now. You try to look at the darkest part of the sky, the distance between two stars, and you see little tiny little other stars in between those, and smaller stars and smaller stars and smaller stars, and it seems like there's more stars than space. There's so many stars that the sky is not a blackness, but it seems more like a mist of stars. You just have to go out and see it for yourself. There's no substitute for that at all. I have to tell you, it is worth it to take the time and go and see it for yourself.